Bro, I'm so bad with kids.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like people would be like, "Oh, haha, what's your name? It's so cute." I'm like, "Yo, this kid's a fucking idiot.
You
this
don't know
kid,
what's funny.
What's my
this
name?
kid
What
is,
the fuck you mean?
this
What's
kid
your
What do
is.
you
name?
fucking mean, dude? Shut up."
All right.
That's basically parenting.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean? Shut
It's
up.
like
You're
you
not
just
wrong.
have to tolerate little psychopaths. Like you have to
You're
like.
not wrong. And
Oh,
and
shit.
everything from the age of infancy to about 5 is having to deal with a drunk midget.
True. True.
I want to say there's no difference between like a grown adult on Molly and then just like an 8 or 9 year old.
I've
Like,
been
as
around
a
enough
theory.
adults from Mali. I don't go to concerts and shit.
All right, let's get start to the game, the stream. But yeah, welcome. So, did we? I can't remember. We didn't play? Did we play last? We didn't play last. Did we? Play last week? I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah.
we
Okay.
finished
Cool.
One shot.
Yeah. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the group met up with, or the side questers met up with Tolliver. And after some awkward conversations between Tolliver and Jasir, Tolliver and Jasir experienced this like head-racking headache with I didn't put the bot in here. With a lot of blood pouring out of different orifices coming from their head. Please run the command again. What's the command? Oh, /play. Cool.
It's like a reflex in my throat to say hello when I hear the Discord noise.
It always
When I
trips
know
me
it's
up.
the bot.
Yeah. You okay? Yeah. After this sort of world swapping confusion, these entities sort of appeared, seemed to be summoned or appeared out of nowhere behind each one of you all, with a bigger, more tentacled monster. I don't know if this is a word. Tentacle-laden, tentacle-having monster with this large mouth that tried to eat Tolliver. Got pretty damn close, but of course Tolliver's contingency spell might have actually saved his life. Actually, I think it probably actually did save your life. Where you were like stunned and shit, and it was pulling you into its maw with these swirling lights that were basically hypnotizing you and stunning you as it was pulling you in. Yep, the side questers and Tolliver managed to take care of the threat, and then afterwards make their way into a teleportation circle and teleport themselves back to Ellengrad. In the meantime, little panel swipe to the party members who are walking back to the city. I just would like to know, since we haven't played them in a long time, or in a while, actually about a month or so. Do you all need me to refresh for you what happened in the sky? I think it's like a third time I would have to do it, and I don't really. You know what I'm talking about with the column
Tal
and the.
Rahim and
Yeah.
the other place?
Yes.
I think I'm good.
Does everybody? No, I'm just like Dano, Ghost, King. Do you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, blue and yellow make purple.
Red and
Yeah, it
and
makes green.
Red and green make yellow.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, Recon. The world looks like it has a slight yellow tint to it instead of, because I'm an idiot and don't know color theory at all.
Not around Ellengrad, right? Just around Tal Rahim.
So that's what I would say. Like even, right. So that's a fair point. That's what I was actually getting to with the party that's walking. So I wanted to explain to the party that's walking back that they see the column from Tal Rahim go off, right? And they see.
Teleport?
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but didn't we teleport back to Ellengrove?
not you. I'm talking about the people who were walking back. Didn't they walk back?
Who?
No, we teleported back.
I
No, we
teleported them
teleported
first.
Oh.
He teleported us back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they've been in
That's
Ellengrove
right.
the whole time.
Yeah, see, it's been so long. I thought for some reason you guys traveled back.
It's been like 2 months. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that simplifies things. Okay, well then we'll start from a different place. Tolliver, as you teleport back to Ellengrad, and you all one by one, vroom, 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 to the teleportation circle, and you arrive in the designated chamber in the main hall that you all have for Ellengrad's teleportation circle. With the party that went ahead, notifying everyone that you all would be coming through as well. When the first group of people, the first party came through, you all. Does anybody? Well, that's a fair point, because there's some time Tolliver would have gotten held up. What would the first party that came through? What would you guys have done once you got back to Ellengrad?
I was immediately going to the crystal. What is it called again? I would have gone to find our resident AI and talk to her about our tiefling spirit friend.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
Just I would inform the guard about what's happening and that we should be expecting some company here.
Okay. Alright, we'll do Hephaestus' thing first then. Alright. So Hephaestus, as you get through the teleportation circuit, you make your way out of the Government Plaza complex, and you head to the southwestern side of the city into the temple that houses Aurelia and the AI. As you walk in, the whole building sort of lights up, and you hear the whirring of the giant machine in the middle. Repairs on the temple, like structurally, are done from the damage that was inflicted upon it by Malus forces. However, the mechanisms on the inside have been slower to be repaired, but I think you guys did manage to at least get the AI. Yeah, you got the heart network up and running. So now that has happened, you see that there are more machines inside of the temple that are running and operating than before. And as you step in, you hear Aurelia's voice go, well, long time no see. Whatever you all did to get the city, to get the heart network back connected, that's great. I've been able to do so much since then. There are so many things in the city that I didn't have access to that I have now, and it's great. Have you seen the guns that stick out of the parapets?
I wasn't aware that they were working.
Everything's working now.
Awesome. I have some good news for you.
Well, yeah.
I may have found you an assistant.
You hear like a long pause for a second. And she goes, and you just hear a voice, explain.
I'm going to tap the skull that's on my shoulder. And what's that guy? What was the kid's name?
It started with an R.
It didn't start with an R.
I'm pretty sure it started with an R.
It was Elias.
Yeah.
Elias.
Yeah, pretty close.
I'm going to introduce them. to each other, and I'm going to. This is our resident AI. She's a genius, and she is the only reason that this city hasn't imploded on itself. And in the event that we can get you into the system, you would be helping her essentially run the city.
You hear Elias's voice go, whoa, that would be cool. But is this something I have to do? Is this my only option? I thought there was another option.
It's not your only option, but I do believe it is your best option.
Aurelia speaks up and goes, How did you get us? Where did you get a skull with a soul inside? Oh, and
Well, you know where the skull came from. You lived in it for a little while, remember?
Okay. So where did you get the soul?
As far as the soul, so there's this thing. I don't know what happened. We got sucked into a damn dream world, and this poor lad was in the dream world. He was confused. He thought we were dead. Turns out he's dead, and we were able to rescue his soul from one of the dead demon things.
How old was he when he died?
How old were you when you died, kid? You were a kid, right?
Well, I mean, I guess kid compared to you, old man. I'm like 16 years old.
What he said, 16.
Um,
You're gonna tell me that it's not gonna work, aren't you?
well,
Oliver's not gonna be happy with the alternative. You know that, right?
well, it's just, there is no record in any of the systems ever of a human's consciousness being put into the heart matrix.
Well, he's not a human. He's a tiefling.
That's okay. Sorry, mortal.
Okay.
So the problem is that all the information, all the systems, the whole city, would probably shred his consciousness apart. That's just my theory, because all city AI are developed with the intentions of them basically being a city, not a mortal.
That
different.
is not what I read in the library.
What did you read in the library?
That the AI were the souls of children who were terminally ill.
Children.
Well, but you're saying that
right, when a soul is young enough and placed into the system, it has time to grow. He is too old. He is older than any human that we have on record of being put into the system. We can try it, but I'm not entirely sure what will happen to him.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to shred his soul for the sake of this city. If that's the option that we have, I will let him decide, but I am not going to persuade him. I will, though, talk to Master Franz and the monks at the hospital and see if there are any candidates. After I talk, of course, to Lord Tolliver when he returns, we will have to convene a meeting just so that we can go over what I have learned about this process. And have you found anything more on this in the system archives? Because I'm still a little sketchy on the process.
Well,
I'm still a little fuzzy on how this actually works.
Are you talking about?
I know what it's
new AI.
Yeah. I know what the requirements are. I know what we need. I know the components. I'm a little sketchy on the process, so to speak.
Well,
like it's one of those things where I know how to craft a sword, right? And the first time I ever crafted a sword, I knew it needed iron and heat and a hammer, but I was a little fuzzy on that whole how to craft a sword thing. I'm hoping we can skip the whole, not, me trying to craft a sword and it comes out looking like I don't know, an axe or a shield. I'm sorry, I will let you speak. I apologize for rambling. It's been so long since I've spoke to you.
No, I appreciate your enthusiasm. I actually, I've actually already started the process. The incubation for the city AI was actually done here. There is like one crucial thing that we don't have here, or at least I don't have. I have all the data aspects. I have all the we have a consciousness incubator for all intents and purposes. It's one of the machines that was originally broken here.
Let me guess. We need bodies.
No, it's not. No. Remember, back in Ellengrad, necromancy was not. Necromancy wasn't a thing. Your friend, what's his name? The Warforged. The one that was from this city. I think I've only met him once. But anyway, he would be considered an abomination back in Ellengrad's heyday. So, no, it's not. We don't need bodies. I need. We need a divine spark. Either someone who's a powerful enough cleric to wish, or a powerful enough wizard to wish, or a powerful enough cleric to basically plead to their god to take this soul energy that we cultivate from the ley crystals.
Well, you're going to have two problems with that.
Uh-huh.
Problem one, I don't know any wizards that powerful. Problem two, I'm powerful enough to make that plea, and I have Hephaestus's ear, or had, keyword, but the gods are gone. The only gods that remain are these weird psychopaths that are trying to take over the world. There may be one or two that we haven't run across, but for the vast majority of us, our pantheon has been destroyed. And we're pretty positive that you remember that chamber that I told you about underneath the library? Or not the library, the academy?
Yeah. Are you talking about the crystals under the academy? The room that I can't
know anything about.
Yeah, the
I'm
blind
fairly
spot.
positive that those are deity indicators of some sort, because there were large colored crystals that would indicate a deity, and then smaller colored crystals that would indicate their avatars, right? Their presence on Earth. And I spoke to Hephaestus not too long ago. Before I spoke to him, that his crystal was alive and well. And after we were done with the conversation, he told me that that was the last time he'd ever be able to speak to me, and then now his crystal's destroyed. So I'm pretty sure we're screwed on that.
Well, how do you still have your magic then?
I am the last vestige of Hephaestus's power on this earth. I.e., I'm like a god.
Uh-huh. And so a god deemed you fit to wield his a remnant of his power?
Crazy, I know, right?
Well,
he must have been fucking desperate.
So you don't
Wait
know
till
a
my
wizard.
kids hear about this.
You don't know a wizard strong enough to wish, and you don't know
Wait a minute.
a cleric. Okay.
I think Tolliver's sister's a wizard. We had talked to her a couple of weeks ago.
You did?
Tolliver had told, Tolliver had done some sort of wizardy message thing. And he had told her where we were, and that he needed her to come this way. I doubt she's made it here, but hopefully she's not going to tell him to fuck off and will actually come this way. Maybe she's powerful enough to do it.
Oh, that would be great. It would be... Well, yeah, I could finally fulfill my, like, mother protocol.
So would you only need this done once to get it started, or would it have to be every time?
It takes... Yeah, every time
So we
to
would
create
need
a new AI.
we need to come up with some sort of alternative then.
There
Because we're going to
isn't-
need way more than just one AI.
Well, I mean, I can keep the city functioning at like a minimal capacity.
I know you can, but you can't. You shouldn't have to do it all by yourself. And I need somebody in the damn tower, academy place, whatever that other place was with the crystals in the basement. I need somebody in that place running that place so we can try to fix those gosh darn crystals. Hopefully we'll be able to get our gods back if we can do that.
You hear Elias speak up and go, hey, Aurelia, how important is this city, actually? And you hear Aurelia really takes a second, and she goes, well, the city is built around and above a convergence of ley lines. And she explains to him about the heart, so on and so forth. She goes, from what we've heard from what I've heard through the city, and what I've heard from the council members, protecting the heart so that these evil invading gods don't get to it is pretty damn important. Yeah, I would say it's like paramount to the survival of the world at this point, right, Hephaestus?
Yeah, I would assume so. This is pretty much the last place that isn't all sorts of screwed up with the tentacle god and the weirdo ice dude and just the outside world is kind of screwy. But I don't know if you noticed when we got into the town, into the city, it doesn't feel as like the tension is not nearly as thick. Like it feels weird outside of the walls. I don't know how to explain it, but you can it's oppressive outside, but once you walk into the city, it's like, I don't know, your soul's not being beat up with a hammer.
Elias goes, and what can I do in the other body? Am I going to be able to fight?
Yeah, probably after years and years and years and years of training.
But if I go into the city, I can fight. And
Make a
protect
difference today? Maybe, I don't know. But at the same time, I don't even know if you can go into the city. As Aurelia said, it may shred your soul, it may destroy you, and you would be gone forever with no chance of returning.
Yeah, but if, for whatever reason, Aurelia is not able to work the city at full capacity and the city falls, then what? I'm dead anyway, right?
Well, I'm gonna be
Everybody's
honest with you,
lost?
kid, you're dead already. Right?
Well, I mean, I guess.
Well, hang on, let me finish.
You're the cleric.
You're currently a soul. You're
Uh-huh.
currently a spirit. So if the world goes to shit and there's nothing left, there's a chance you could probably survive and just roam around aimlessly, eventually losing what little bit of yourself you have and your sanity, and then it wouldn't really matter.
Or Hootagen will find me.
That's true. He could. But I mean, you seemed pretty capable of maneuvering in that in the isolation of that realm that we were in, and avoiding him. I'm pretty sure you could probably avoid him for a great long period of time
I mean,
on this planet.
if I was dead, I think he was probably just fucking with me.
That's true too. So we can try to work on getting you a Warforged body. I don't know how long that would take to build. I'm not an artificer. That's Ian, and he's obviously not within earshot of us right now. And like I said, I don't even know if this would work. I'm willing to do whatever it is that you want to do, but I don't
want to try it.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to try it.
Well, Aurelia, we still need the deity or the wish
Well, no.
for this to work.
No, the wish is to grant consciousness to the energy that's cultivated within the incubation chamber.
Okay.
So the test is fusing his spirit with the energy in the incubation chamber, and then once that's done, merging him with the heart codex in a ritual. I mean, a wizard can do it. You just have to find the ritual. And then if you can do that...
Find the ritual? Do we not know where the ritual is?
It's not here. There were certain things that were kept from the AI, certain secrets.
Okay.
That ritual being one of them. It was to prevent
Okay.
the AI from creating other AI.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you remind me who originally created the AI? Was it the Devon Donover?
Yes, it was the head. It was Parsimon.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't somebody else.
No, Parsimon was the greatest mind that the...
Yeah. Well, yes, obviously. Well, I mean, I'm sure we can I can probably go up to Parsimon's study and try to see if we can't find it. There's some in the library in the college. There's some documents that were squirreled away in a closet, so to speak, where we found our robot friend.
Banner.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
Sorry. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm really bad with names. One too many drunken fists to the head.
Maybe that's also why you think you're a god. But
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, lass. Hephaestus, we had a conversation. And he's gone now.
well,
I'm the last of the Mohicans.
So, if you are sure about this and want to begin the process, the merging of the energies in the incubation chamber require a vessel with the soul, which is usually a body, but I think that skull will work.
Do I get the skull back?
Questionable, uncertain. Usually the body is consumed in the energy transference. The magical energies is so intense within the incubation chamber that it typically burns up the mortal vessel.
Well, it's also organic.
But
body.
that is a pretty intricate working of artificery. It might be able to withstand the energies. I don't know.
Well, hopefully I get it back. I like having it. It's a I don't know, it's a thing. It just brings me a little bit of comfort to have the skull of my enemy resting on my shoulder.
So on the eastern side of the room, you see gears beginning to turn around this big, sort of oblong, egg-shaped apparatus that's just sitting with a bunch of tubes like running into it from underneath and above it into the ceiling. And you see gears beginning to turn, steam beginning to shoot out of pressure valves, and the egg-shaped the egg-shaped vessel kind of like splits open in the middle and opens kind of like long ways, like doors. And she goes, place the vessel inside, and I'll begin the transference process. When the thing opens, light just pours out of it into the room. This blue-white light that fills everything. She goes, "Be quick. The ley line energy is seeping into the room. Just be quick."
I'm gonna take the skull off. I'm gonna look at the skull. Are you ready, kid?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I am going to stick the skull in. I'm gonna put it in the whole the little container.
As you place it in there, it sort of begins swirling around in place with the energy as the door shuts. And you hear like the pressure sort of like pressurizes, I guess, for a better term, and the noises begin to quell, and humming coming from the egg-shaped vessel. This loud, powerful humming begins.
I'm gonna say a prayer that this works and I get my skull back.
Roll a religion check.
Do I get that with advantage?
Nope.
But
Your god's dead.
Super proficient in it.
All right, we'll see what happens.
It was sitting on an 18 and it rolled.
Okay. So where, Franz, Ayan, and shit. Oh my god, I am blanking. King, what's your main character's name again?
A star, bro.
Aster. Yeah.
Aster.
Sorry. God, I'm off it today. I'm sorry. What did you all just like stay and hang out and wait for Tolliver to show up, or what? Like, where did you guys go? I know you said you wanted to talk to the guards, but is there anything that, or you all just like hang out for a couple of hours? Randolphus would come up to you and say like he could take you to get food, or take you to like the conference room to wait. The conference room that overlooks the city.
Probably just go with Franz.
Okay. Franz, yeah, what do you guys are just hanging out and waiting, I'm guessing, for, let me just do that for sake of ease.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So as you all are moved to the conference room, and you're looking out like half of the chamber has that mural on the back wall, of the history of the city, and then like on the other, and it has the big stone table in the middle with the various chairs, with a map of the continent. Sort of like the table's like the shape of the continent with like the various factions arrayed on it. And then the opposite side is like a pure glass, like plate glass edifice, like the whole wall is. So you guys can see out. Oddly enough, it points true north. And from here, within this building, right there. And as you all look out, you all actually experience the scene of seeing far off to the north that column of red energy shooting into the sky and coloring everything, and then it doing the thing where it merges with the green. And you all are looking out at this, all of you up at the window, sort of like in awe. And you can see the red color as it begins turning yellow as it clashes with the green, rushing towards Ellengrad. And you think, oh God, like what the hell? You see it like stop after a certain point. Like you can see, because the tower that you all are in it's one of the highest points in the city. It sits basically level with like the tallest like parapet out here where the guns are. Wait, I clicked on the wrong thing. Where like the gun turrets are. And you all can see that as you like look left and right out of the windows, the land of Ellengrad And as far as you can see, west and east is uncolored. Then as you look north, after a certain point, like the horizon line, the sky, like you can, and when you look up into the sky, you can see where like it's normal Ellengrad sky, normal. And then just as it gets to like the horizon line, atop of the over top of the forest tree line, you see it begin turning yellow, and the yellow's like coming, encroaching, and then it just stops. And you can physically look up and see where the yellow and the normal meet in the sky. Just as you do that, Hephaestus, you're walking into the room as all this happens, and you see your friends on the other side of the room, and you take it all in as well. And about an hour goes by. And in through the teleportation room in the government plaza, Tolliver, you come teleporting into the room with filing one by one. Like, you have to make your way out of the room quickly because you know it's about to backfill in with the guard that you brought with you and the side questers. As you all move into the room, move out into the hallway, Randolphus is waiting there for you, and he goes, Master Von Donovan, we were beginning to worry about you. And I'm glad you have made it safely. The rest of the council is waiting within the conference room. If you wish to, and he sort of looks past. So you brought friends.
He said he had to step away for 5 to 10 minutes, but that was
I didn't hear him say that.
7 minutes ago.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go make a drink real quick. I'll come back.
All right.
Pause the temps.
Oh, he's back.
How was that? Was that horrible?
It's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I know.
It's basically AIDS for my ears.
Thank you. I can't believe I wasn't going for the fucking SpongeBob. Are you ready, kid?
It's entirely what it sounded like.
I was going for.
Are you ready, kid?
That's not what I said. Are you ready, kid? That was the Han Solo. Are you ready, kid? That sounds like he's back.
I'm back.
You missed all of my glorious.
I didn't miss most of it.
That's why he had to step away.
And of course, this conversation is still being recorded for posterity. He didn't turn the stream off. He didn't go to commercial.
Oh, Wick had to step away?
Yeah, he walked away. He went to go make a drink. And I was
Gotcha.
telling him. I told him before he got up. I was like, "Hey, go to break on the stream."
It's whatever.
Just for context, he just we're all in the teleportation room.
Like, we just arrived.
The
Well,
side
no,
questers
so, like,
and you.
Yes.
The main questers, except for you, are in the teleportation room waiting for you to get back.
No, the main
Or-
questers are in the conference room.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
Randolphus is in the teleportation room.
Waiting for us. Gotcha. Okay.
And
And
And I stepped away after the kid. I saw Wick's roll, and he was like, "Okay, I'll try it." And then you were talking about like the technical thing, and you asked if you keep the skull. Did I miss anything after that?
other than a really bad SpongeBob reference, no.
Sweet. All right. Cool.
and Randolphus just asked you, or he said, so you've brought friends.
Okay, so we did just arrive.
You just
Yeah.
arrived, yes.
Gotcha.
And that's when I was like, yeah, he stepped away for a minute.
I had to poop.
I think next time you should say that in game.
Probably just like cut off Ghost mid RP. Like, hey guys, I have to go take a shit. I will be right back.
Dimension door.
Dude, that's so funny actually, because you could literally like contingency doesn't just have to be like when you're getting hurt. Like my contingency was when I dropped to like a certain percentage of my health or whatever. You know what I mean? But you could have contingency proc on whatever the fuck trigger you wanted. So I literally could have a contingency dimension door for when I need to take a shit.
And then what? All you do is in the middle of combat, I need to take a shit, and poof, you're gone.
Well, no, I'd actually have to take a shit. I mean, if you the trigger can be words, but the thing is like, what if I can't speak? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why.
No,
I don't
what I'm
use the
saying
trigger
is, what I'm
word.
saying is, the trigger should be your character has to take a shit,
Right.
right? And
That's
then,
what I'm saying.
and then,
But if the
you can
trigger
just-
is my
you can
character
just-
has to take a shit, then I'd actually have my character would actually have to be taking a shit. For it
that's
to,
what I'm
like,
saying. You'd have
yeah.
to dimension door away to take a shit. So in
Yeah.
the middle of combat, you can go, my character has to take a shit, and then gone.
Yeah.
And for his character to have to take a shit, he would really have to take a shit.
But what I'm saying is like,
We don't break third walls around
obviously that's stupid,
Fourth
but
walls.
if we're actually talking about mechanics, I think that saying the trigger is not a great thing because there's like so many ways to stop people from speaking in this game.
here. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
I understand that, but it wouldn't be you saying, like, it wouldn't be your character saying it. Would
I
just
get
be
it.
you letting him know.
But
hey,
it's
my
too much of a
character-
cop out. Like I could have to take a shit at any time. It doesn't really. It's too stupid, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
That was my point.
Yeah. There's some really cool contingency shit you can do.
Literally.
I want to see.
We're giving Wick some
Yeah, okay.
rating, top
can only
tier
use-
content right now.
True.
What happened?
We just had
I told you to
10-minute
fucking
conversation
pause.
about taking a shit.
I told you to pause the stream before you walked away, and you didn't.
I didn't hear you say that. Alright, I take my headset off before I tell people I'm leaving.
I mean, but you know,
What?
you're producing a high quality.
Dude, at this point, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not putting on airs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know.
I'm the fucking Danny DeVito of, like, or what's his
We-
name? Frank from fucking It's Always Sunny?
It's
Yeah.
not like anything's bad's getting said when we fucking streams on.
I'm not saying that. I just
I mean, you said all those racist things, but
yeah, it's on record now.
It just doesn't surprise me at all.
That hurts. That
Oh,
hurts my
is the
feelings.
stream off?
I'm
Do you guys
so-
ever think about how goblins remind you of?
Yeah, I really think I think what's her face had it right. Yeah, Harry Potter bitch. Yeah.
Oh God.
That actually hurts my feelings. if you
Ghost,
actually think
I
that.
don't fucking think that, dude.
Okay.
God.
I'm just.
I'm a really big J.K. Rowling
I
supporter.
would not be friends with
And-
you if I actually thought that, Ghost. God. Yeah, okay, so I stepped away with Tolliver coming into the teleporter and the group filing in behind him, and you being met in the hallway by Randolphus, who gives you a quick bow and says, "It's good to see you, my lord. We're beginning to worry about you as you did not show up as quickly after you said you would. The rest of your party is awaiting you in the conference room. If you would follow me.
Yeah.
What do we do about them?" As he points over your shoulder behind you to the side questers.
Well, they're more, for all intents and purposes, refugees to the city. Just make sure they're well fed and they have some place to stay. Other than that, I mean, you guys,
I really need to find Master Franz immediately.
that's right. Yeah. How about you come with us and I'll send out, you can speak to Master Franz. He'll definitely be there at the conference room. Does anyone else need to
Our
speak?
tiefling friend needs to join us too.
Okay.
Zinwarin is just puking in the corner from going through that teleportation circle.
It's, Randolphus goes, cheer up, chap. First time's rough for everybody. It's a bit
Yeah.
disorienting. Because if you all would
Say-
follow me this way, I will, and he leads you all on to the conference room. As he opens the two big stone doors, the brass handles on them, into the conference room. So this is the interesting part. You all never came up, like, I dubbed the side questers as side questers, but you all, like, the mainline characters never really came up with, like, a group name or everything. So I'm just going to call you all the Council, okay?
That's
So mainline party is referred to as the Council, and the side questers are the side questers. So the Council characters who are sitting within the chamber and looking out the window at what they just witnessed happening off to the north, Tolliver comes in behind with the side questers. And Randolph.
Oliver's also visibly, like, injured.
I'm gonna Hephaestus will see that, and he will immediately cast a. What do I want to do here? I'll throw a healing word at him. No, not a healing word. Yeah, mass. I'll just pop a mass healing word.
I
Okay.
take one step into the council room. If Festus like glances in my direction.
So 9.
To everybody, even the hurt party member, even the hurt side questers, I would guess.
Yep, that's
Um,
it's good. It's mass healing word, so everybody within.
Yeah, looking at you, Tolliver, your brother would, after seeing like Hephaestus do that, and he looks at you and goes, "Oh," he's gonna lay on hands for. How much are you missing after that?
That was 9.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my character sheet is being wonky. I think I'm missing like 50 still.
Okay, he's got that. Yeah. He actually wait.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
53.
No, he. Yeah, he would have that. Yeah. So yeah, it gives you 55.
Epic. Thank you. I wasn't gonna say anything, but
No, I know you're tough, and he like gives you like a little, gives you like a brotherly like slug on the arm.
Sorry, I couldn't do more, Tolliver. I'm still kind of tapped out.
oh,
And Randolphus looks at it, goes, oh dear, oh my, what is that? As he points off towards the yellow sky. And now he goes at the, like how like the northwest, and off to the western part of the skyline is now all yellow. And if you look like east and south, it's like normal. Or, wait. Backwards.
Randolphus,
Sorry,
that's
that's
the problem.
backwards, by the way. It's north, northeast, and east, and then west, southwest, and south are fine.
A problem. That's what it is, Randolph.
north is Tal Rahim and west or east is the other one, right?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Seems like another heart has fallen, Randolphus.
That's Tal Rahim, isn't it?
It is Tal Rahim.
You see, he just drops his head. Things are going to hell in a handbasket quite quickly, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Got a little bit of good out of it, I guess. It's a handful of combatants I was able to teleport away, along with Tiburon and the rest of the contingent. These are them, and I'm gonna step to the side and kind of just gesture. Um,
Does the
I
room
think
get-
that
like, God. Sorry, go ahead. I feel like some of you guys' brains are locking up trying to figure out who's talking to who and like how to talk.
I'm
It's
having a
like-
blast being an only one character guy right now.
Yeah.
And more than that, I know that some of you, all of you know about my sister. This is my brother.
You have a brother?
No,
You never told us of your brother.
it's because I didn't know I had one.
Oliver, are you okay? Are you sure you didn't take a shot to the head?
He's ashamed of me. That's what
That
it
is not true.
No. You see, last. No. It's actually quite weird. Brother, if you would like to explain to them.
Something happened in Tal Rahim. I mean, honestly, these guys might be able to give a better account because they told me, from what I can understand, there was a bit of body switching, and beyond that, it doesn't seem like just what happened here, where people's bodies were getting taken over. The people that are being switched don't really seem to be from here. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I never had a brother. There's no brother in my memories. But he knows things about me and our family that only somebody of the Von Donover family would. And beyond that, in his memories, he has a sister.
So does your sister remember him?
I don't know if my sister's still here. And I'm going to...
Does his sister remember you?
I don't think
Are you his sister?
I don't think his sister is here either. I don't know what happened to my
can I-
sister.
That's like the only girl. For the first time since you all have actually encountered her. She speaks up for the first time since like the whole body switching thing has been sort of brought about, and she goes, well, I guess since I'm like the only woman here, you all must be talking about me because the looks that each one of you all are giving me is really kind of unnerving. My name is Amora, and I'm not anybody's sister.
Well, you look a lot like mine.
Hephaestus is going to cast protection from good and evil on Tolliver's air quotes brother. And then he is going to cast remove curse.
Okay. As you rattle off one spell after another, nothing substantial seems to occur.
I know what you're thinking, Hephaestus, but he's in his own... He's in control of himself, and he is telling the truth.
Yeah, it's trust me, it's weird for everybody involved. It's confusing as hell. But he sort of like stiffens up straight, kind of butts his spear into the ground, doesn't like slam it, but he just like stands up kind of at attention. He goes, as the first seeker of Tal Rahim, I am at your service. Sort of bows his head a bit. He goes, I am here. I will make a difference here, and I will find out what is going on.
Perfect. Do
And
we have a wizard other than Tolliver here?
The woman,
no,
the
well,
woman raises her hand. I'm a wizard.
oh,
Do you have the ability to? Do you have that weird wizard ability where you can like wish for shit to happen?
the wish spell.
That one.
Yeah, she looks at you, and then she looks at Tolliver, and at like everybody else, she goes, "Yeah, little wizard think that's like the strongest spell in like ever known to be casted, man."
Perfect.
Right.
Do you have the ability to do it?
Why?
I need you if you do. If you don't, then you're
You
useless to me.
He
need-
doesn't like to explain himself a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's really helpful. Look, man, a spell like that comes with consequences.
First of all, I am one of the council members here, and if you wish to stay in this city, you will be respectful of all of the council. Man. Hephaestus is grumpy right now. I have a tasking that requires the wish spell from a powerful wizard to
You know-
help this city.
If I can confess this, I know you don't study wizardry, but the wish spell, it's not just like a typical powerful spell. Even one, that I could only cast once a day or something like that. The wish spell takes something from you, and the more you try to use it, the less you can control it. It's not a spell, what I understand, that can just be most people that I have read about casting wish has casted it once,
Hmm.
and it took a lot from them.
Randolphus is sitting beside him, shaking his head up and down in agreement. He goes, "Furthermore, the more someone casts the spell wish, it takes. Well, Tolliver is correct, and specifically, what it takes is a bit of your soul each time you cast it. The more someone casts wish, the less of a soul they have until eventually.
Well, I need it once at least, or we got to come up with another freaking idea
And,
on how to create more AIs in the city to help it run a little bit more efficiently.
Amora speaks up and goes, "So if I can do it, what are you gonna give me?"
Sanctuary from the hell that is going on.
If I'm strong enough to cast the wish spell, I think I could do more protecting of you than you can of me.
That's a fair point. And to be honest, none of these people are getting put out of the city, Hephaestus.
Now, if you want to talk compensation, like real compensation for me giving up a part of my soul, then yeah, maybe.
Well, it would be giving up a part of your soul to help the world not crumble to an ashy pile of shit.
And how does that, can you explain to me exactly how that happens?
How the world crumbles
Because
to an ashy pile of shit?
because we just came from Tal Rahim.
Which is now gone.
Right, so I don't know
Uh-huh.
what you're gonna do to stop what we just saw.
But her
Because
point is that
current-
Tal Rahim is full of wizards that are stronger. Maybe not full, but it definitely had a few wizards that were stronger than me there.
I'm not arguing that, Oliver, but right currently we have a heart. Do we not?
Yes.
In this city, we are protecting one of the hearts, which is what I would assume went batshit crazy in Tal Rahim, and is why we have the issue that we have, is that the heart went kablooey. And the only way for us to create more AI, we either need to get the power of a deity, which, as you know, we're kind of lacking, or some powerful wizard that has the ability to cast wish.
Well, what about, and I'm kind of going to glance at the rest of the crowd, and I'm going to turn toward Hephaestus. And I'm going to put like 7 fingers on my forehead.
I'm fairly certain that that individual that you speak of is gone. Oh, wait, no, yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, I'm tracking, picking up what you're putting down, but I thought we talked about that. We didn't want to mess with that guy.
I think that I don't like the idea of it, but sitting here and watching heart after heart fill this guy with a different color.
I agree with you, but I thought that that was the whole reason that we didn't want to mess with him.
I agree as well. I'm just pointing out that maybe we have other options if this doesn't work out.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, her using wish one time's not gonna corrupt her soul beyond repair, is it?
Jess here speaks up and goes, "What was that?
Was what?
Who you guys talking? You guys are talking about someone, and you know something, and you're keeping it from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
What?
Here, a quick one.
What's so big that you can't tell me?"
I'm gonna be honest, Jasir. You're not the one I'm worried about telling. All of these people aided us in combat, but I don't know all of these people. And what we risk by giving out information is more important than keeping everybody in good graces, honestly. But just here, I will catch you up. It's
I'm gonna look at Tolliver. I'm gonna go, "You positive that's your," and I'm gonna say it like air quotey, like your brother. It's the last time I talked to you, you had a sister.
yeah, I know. Last time I talked to you, I still have a sister. I just don't know
Well,
where
color me
she is.
confused.
Welcome to the club.
Isn't that's your sister's body, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
that's
as
my
you,
sister's body.
so I'll say, make a. Now that you guys are like in a bright lit room in close proximity to each other and really looking at each other, make a. Actually, I'll just give this to you because you saw your. The more you look at Amora, the less and less, like, yeah, she has like the same kind of clothes, but like they're like wizard's robes, right? But wizard robes that are fashioned to be a bit more, I don't want to say sporty, but athletic, like athletically inclined. She herself just looks like a tough and rugged woman. But the more you look at her, you're like, God, wait, she just, you know, when you look at someone and they like certain people just sort of look like an archetype,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is, actually. Like the more and more you look at her, the more it's like, oh no, she kind of looks like your sister, but like now that you're looking, like, no, that's not. Her nose is wrong. Her eyes are a different color. Hair is a different color, kind of thing. Like she looks vaguely like your sister, but not really.
Hephaestus doesn't know this, doesn't know her, right? But does she?
No, Hephaestus has seen her before. Hephaestus
Okay,
would have.
so
She came with Tolliver's father to
That's right.
Sovereigngrad.
That's right. Okay, so in that short encounter, does Hephaestus notice that it's not the same person, or does it still?
It's the same feeling. Like she reminds you, like if you were to like look at her in a crowd, you might think, oh, that might be Tolliver's sister.
Okay.
But like upon closer
Tom-
inspection, she doesn't really look like.
Paul, I got a theory, man, but I'd rather discuss it with you in private, or at least with just the council.
Hephaestus
I
speaks.
feel like-
Or not. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Regardless, I think that if anything were to go forward with the wish spell, a lot more information probably needs to be exchanged. And
Yeah, that's fine. Let's table the wish thing. I think
so
I'm gonna bring Tolliver up to speed. I'm gonna bring everybody up to speed now. So our tiefling spirit friend is currently in the process of undergoing AIization.
what?
I guess that was his choice, man. I did not. I actually tried to persuade him not to do it. And he was hell bent on doing it. He wants to help the city.
Is there a risk?
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
sounds like a lie.
It.
Make an insight
I'm.
check.
I'm telling you the truth. When I found out what the risk was, I was against it.
Yeah, he's telling you the truth, man.
Like
Sin.
I know how look, I know how this looks. I know how excited I was to try to get him to be an AI for the city. But when what is the fucking AI's name? Alora? It's not Alora.
Aurelia.
Hephaestus.
Aurelia.
Hephaestus, how old is he?
Like 15, 16? I know that's listen.
Should you have really let it be his choice?
He's already dead, man. What the fuck was I gonna do?
There's a lot worse than death in this world.
I get it. So here's the thing. It either works or it doesn't.
And what if it doesn't?
If it doesn't, then his soul is
I know
destroyed.
I know those are the two options, Hephaestus.
Those are typically the outcomes for things, yeah.
So
Okay.
so either it works and he's an AI,
Aurelia, are you
or
listening?
his soul is destroyed. Either way, like
Is Aurelia here? Is she listening?
As you ask that out loud, you look off to, like you just like look. You hear her voice come in. She goes, well, I don't know if I was supposed to be or not, but I was.
What are the chances he comes out of this?
It's unknown, Lord Oliver. It really is.
Aurelia, will you tell them that I tried to talk this guy out of it?
And is it too late to stop?
I will answer those questions in the order in which they came in. The chances that he survives are unknown because no soul his age has ever been used in this process before. So I can't give you an accurate number. My best guess is 50-50.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. Hephaestus, it's a goddamn blessing you left your kids.
That's rude. I didn't even know I had kids until
So
Couple of
sorry
months
for
ago.
being rude to you. Listen, somebody in this group needed to talk to Franz. He's been...
Rockus is going to step up and kneel before Franz. My lord, I have returned with the tiefling that I was tasked with finding.
I got a name, man.
Yeah, what is your name?
Name is Zen.
And now I'm Benny. You see the what was invisible now visible bluish, like icy bluish white imp unfurl from around Zin's back over his shoulder.
It is a pleasure to meet you both.
You guys aren't just turning tieflings into robots here, are you?
I thought we
No.
weren't.
This is the first one we are attempting.
Aurelia speaks up and goes, for Hephaestus, just for the sake of Hephaestus's benefit, he did try to talk the kid out of it. However, and I'll just tell you how I feel. The kid needed something. He asked a question that was very poignant, I thought. He asked if he could fight. If he were to be put in a body like Banner's. While he could eventually, Hephaestus explained to him that it would take him years to develop any kind of, fighting ability to fight the forces. He mentioned an entity named Hutagen that I could infer that is chasing him or hunting him. When Hephaestus told him that he could be of use today, now, if he were to integrate into the city, he looked determined, or he sounded determined.
15, he shouldn't have to be of use now.
Did no one explain to him that he has all of eternity?
Yes, in the fairness of Hephaestus, in my opinion, did do his due diligence in explaining his options and everything that he could do. He wanted it. And I understand what you all are
While I
saying.
appreciate that he wanted it, that's not always a justification. There's plenty of things that kids want that we don't let them have. But obviously it's already happening. And we're in the middle of a war.
The biggest concern is actually when he tries to integrate into the city. That's the biggest risk.
So when he gets turned into an AI, he's not automatically integrated into the city. He'll be more
No.
like you before we integrated you.
Correct. He'll be
So
a freeform, although he will be more, and he will be different at first, regardless of whether or not he's integrated. The spirit has been changed.
are there things we can do to prepare him?
The stronger the wizard that performs the integration ritual, the easier it'll go. I will be here on my end. I can do things to guide him, put him in, point him in directions and filter him. Giving him a purpose will really, really help keep him. You get what I'm saying? He's going to be flooded with so many various bits of information and systems within the city. If we give him a focus, it may give him a better chance.
Okay.
I'd like to get him into the...
If you say the weapon system, I swear to God.
No. I want to get him into the building that has the crystals in the basement, and I want him to start seeing if he can't figure out how to repair
It's a blind spot for
those.
us, Hephaestus. I've told
I
you that.
understand that, but we can try to figure out how to make it not a blind spot.
How do we get him in there if it's
How
a blind
about
spot in the system?
How about the observatory? That was my post at first, and now it's missing. It usually always had a dedicated AI. The observatory, if you all can get the observatory up and running at its full capacity, you all would have a tool unlike any other throughout history in your ability to scry across the world. Its amplification is
probably one of
the amplification it does for the spell is it's insane. You can see whole cities.
Well, if that's the case, then we'll figure out something else for the crystals.
What is your fascination with these crystals? You've mentioned them so many times between now and
they
then.
are our link to our deities, and I feel like our deities are the only things that can truly remove the threat.
We removed the threat here.
I understand that, but I'm not 100% positive that we completely removed the threat.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not convinced that the foreign entity, the foreign god, is actually gone.
Foreign God was never able to emerge here. That's what we prevented.
I understand that. But what if we could get them to not be able to even attempt to emerge on the planet?
How are you going to do that?
With the help of our deities, who were protecting us originally.
They're emerging because there's no deities here. So you want to bring them back in some capacity, or maybe even have new ones.
Yes.
Jess here goes, okay, I mentioned this earlier. There has to be balance. That's one thing the secret, of all things that talks about a pen, there's always a light for a dark. There's always a shadow for you get it. You get the idea.
Yes.
If there are evil gods
what if-
here, there have to be an opposite number. You all just haven't been looking for them.
And if our deities are the opposite?
Our deities? You mean the ones that haven't been here for millennia? Have you not
Yes,
noticed that
because they haven't been here because we cast them out.
we did
we
not
didn't.
cast them out.
It's not.
They
Exactly.
cast themselves out. Not only are there good and evil, there is a neutral pantheon as well, and they stepped in long ago and had banished their own brothers and sisters behind a celestial gate. sacrificing their own lives to do so.
You're right, and that's, I think, the problem.
Okay, well,
Sure.
how do you propose we unlock the gate?
I don't know. That's what I think the crystals are for.
What?
If I could show you, if I took you to the building and showed you what everything was there, you would see the council chambers for the Pantheon. You would see everything that's there.
Then show me.
We will after I will take you there after we are done here.
Sir, let me ask you, when you say there should be benevolent gods because of balance, wouldn't benevolent gods not attempt to press into our world? As far as I can see, this is a conquest. Wouldn't they choose to stay in their own?
Can you tell me why the evil gods are here to begin with?
Is a vacancy.
To subjugate us.
But why would they leave their own world to come here?
Fair enough.
So that leads me to believe that either they
Well-
don't have a world, or they had one and something went wrong, and now they're
Or-
trying to come here.
Or they're losing a war to these benevolent gods and are looking for an escape route.
The why is irrelevant.
No, it's not.
Well, it's not.
We
It's
have to
not. It's
stop
not
them.
irrelevant
It's not
because the
irrelevant
why
at all.
might, if what Jasir's saying, the why could be.
Why could determine whether or not there
Exactly.
is an opposite number here or not.
Exactly.
Now, earlier, you all definitely spoke in a code about someone. Now, I'm starting to maybe think that there is another god here, and you all know where he is. So, how about you just tell me?
There's a sarcophagus in the vault that supposedly belongs to a deity that predates all of our known pantheon. The evil, the neutral, and the good.
How do you know it predates it?
Because that's the information that we have via the library.
As we were told by an avatar of Mistra as well.
Yeah. That as well. He has a crown with 7 fucking points.
But this doesn't seem like a god from their world. It seems like an old one of ours. Now, I don't know if there's overlap there.
I mean, a god's a god at this point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but my concern is that this god is the one that opened the gateway for these other.
Why is that?
How do you figure that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my concern.
I don't
It's
like
just-
dealing with conspiracy
He has
theories.
hunch. He has,
If you have-
he has
I'm a
well,
fucking
well, I
cleric.
will,
That's
I
what
will
we
say
do.
this. I will say this. Ha ha ha! Actually, when you say that, he actually laughs. That was actually funny. I will say there is oftentimes nothing wrong with following your gut. However, we need more than just a gut feeling. Why don't we ask him who he is?
Because the last time we tried to do that, he damn near killed us all.
He did.
Yeah.
How?
We touched his sarcophagus and it went very, very poorly.
I don't think that was him. I
Yes.
think that was the enchantments on the sarcophagus.
Probably defensive measures. Yeah.
Well,
The last time
that
we spoke
brings,
to
that
him,
brings another point. If the sarcophagi has that type of defensive measures,
because
there's
whoever
probably
took
a
his
reason.
place didn't want him coming back.
Okay,
Whether he's good or bad, it's a usurpation. They don't want to lose
I'm
their.
not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't disagree that whoever put him there didn't want him to come back.
Mistra.
But that doesn't mean that it would. Well, hold on. Now, Mistra was good. Okay? So we don't know that she would imprison another deity. The Von Donivers historically were very arrogant wizards. Is why the city fell in the first place. They tried.
So
They
your
thought
theory
they
is
thought
that-
they were gods, They thought they were gods or close enough to it, and then the curse came, and the city fell. So
Well,
it doesn't
that brings me up to another point. Tolliver, as Aurelia was telling us earlier about the ritual that needs to be done to help our tiefling spirit friend, we don't currently possess that. And I'm pretty positive that the information on that is going to be somewhere in that office slash library slash schoolhouse you have. So maybe, just maybe, we do a deeper dive in there and see if we can A, find information on the ritual, and B, potentially find some more information on our seven-pointed crowny friend.
When
I know we looked in there before.
well, it's
But-
not just that I looked in there, but I cataloged everything.
Okay, well, maybe there's a hidden compartment somewhere that we haven't found.
Fair enough.
I mean, we found Banner in a fucking shoebox.
I mean, information
wall.
like this, maybe it's also in the vault. I don't think.
That's possible it's in the vault as well. And I know when we went in the vault, we weren't looking for something like this.
There's a lot in the vault that we would. Yeah. Could have been something.
That's what-
Randolphus?
Yes, my lord.
I know you were working on cataloging the vault prior to your whole vacation. Were you able to make any headway on that? And if so, if you haven't, have you been able to resume that since you returned?
I actually have not been in the vault in quite some time. Not since the first incident in the city where I
It's
was
probably smart,
stabbed.
especially when we weren't here.
Yes, I
I mean,
take.
yeah, I understand. I'm not faulting you in any way.
No, I
shape,
understand.
or
I was
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
I was just letting you know. Actually, while you all were speaking, if Lord Tolliver, as thorough as I know him to be, was not able to locate it within inside of the library, my guess then would be that we need to make a thorough search of the temple. What better place for a divine ritual than in the House of Divinity, where, if I am not mistaken, there was a whole floor dedicated to essentially a congregation space for the deities that resided within the temple. So with the avatars that resided within the temple so long ago.
Yes, there is. There is, but I don't recall, and I might be wrong. We might have just not noticed it. I don't recall there being any place to put something like that. But we can definitely look, and we can go look when I take Tolliver's brother and show him the temple.
You know what else I can do is, the last time I looked through it, I had no reason to look for anything like this, but I'll spend a night and pore over the old master's spellbook again and see if he makes any mention of any kind of ritual. I don't know if the incantation would be in there, but maybe we could find information about where we could find it in his notes. It's a long shot, but now
I do believe as Randolph sort of looks over at the guy who's been kneeling in front of Franz
Yeah.
for like 15 minutes now. He's like, I believe this man has something to say to you, Master. Franz."
yeah.
Yes, dear boy, what is it?
My name is Raucus. I was one of your harlequins in Talrahim. You tasked me with bringing a tiefling to you, and I have done said task. I've completed said task.
That is very good work.
Thank you, my lord.
I mean, would you be so kind as to help this tiefling get set up in the university?
Yes, my lord.
Right, hip, hip.
I will get up and
escort.
Before you guys leave this room, I would like everyone to swear an oath that what is said in here is not repeated outside of it, not to anyone else that heard it than here.
That is no problem, my lord. I have already sworn my allegiance to this city, and I will do so without any hesitation.
I appreciate that, and to be honest, you were the one I was least worried about.
Hey, you
Just
don't
see-
have to worry about me, man. I'm cool.
If I'm being honest, Lord Tolliver, I don't think anybody would believe this country bumpkin anyway.
Maybe not. But not everyone here is a country bumpkin. And I'm going to be looking at the girl that looks like my sister.
Yeah, sure. I swear, my lips are sealed.
Benny, you're not gonna say shit, right?
Hey, boss, I do what I'm told.
Can I insight check her?
Very good.
Yeah, make an insight check. Yeah, it's really. She's sort of standing there, very neutral faced. Like, she doesn't look angry. She doesn't look. She's just not giving you anything really.
My sister was really good at that.
If you want, Tolliver, I can whip up a little thing.
You know, I'm.
Huh?
Just saying, I can do it.
Am
Real
I
quick,
like?
ask her again.
Can I like if I want to? Can I go?
Like, leave the city?
Like, yeah, or whatever. Are you guys wanting me to stay
No.
here?
No, we're not. And yes, you could if you wanted to. This city isn't a prison, it's a bastion.
Cool.
Before you do, though, Tolliver, you want to do that thing?
What thing?
You can ask her the question again. Just give me a second.
Well,
I can prep something.
I will say that if
We
you
can
left,
all hear you, man.
Yeah, like you think I'm just gonna let there and sit here and
That's
let you
what I'm-
do something? To
yeah.
me? Like,
Oh, I wouldn't do anything to you per se.
could you can just like be upfront with me and ask me whatever it is that you want, and then like a
Yeah.
human with free
Okay,
will.
so
I'll answer
here's
you.
the thing. I don't know you, and you're real standoffish, and that makes the hairs on the back of my little dwarven neck stand up, and I don't like that.
Hephaestus,
So-
how do you think everyone who has ever met you has felt?
I was gonna say you've been nothing but hostile to me since.
You are the most standoffish person I know.
So it should be a indicator when the standoffish guy says this person is being real standoffish, that maybe we should just pump the brakes a little bit and, I don't know, ask her the question again under the zone of truth.
Do you think you have some like right to do that to me? You think you?
Well, as the fact that you went through a teleportation portal to my city, the city that I call my home, and you popped into my friend here's little area and got his help or protection or what have you, I think it would be a reasonable request for us from me to ask you to submit to the zone of truth and answer the question that was asked of you. I don't think it's being too, bullish, but given the fact that what happened at Tal Rahim just occurred, and you were there, and I'm not saying that you were involved, but you saw what those people are capable of. It wouldn't be a stretch of the imagination for you to go, I would be better off allying myself with them, and then take your happy little butt to wherever they are and tell them everything that you heard in this room.
She did fight with us, Hephaestus.
Are you-
You wanted
Not debating that, Tolliver. I'm merely saying that at the time she was fighting to
Well,
protect
let me
herself.
finish. What I'm trying to say is that it's not about having a right. I want to look at her. we vet everyone that comes into this city, and if someone that's coming into this city is a powerful wizard, yeah, they're gonna get vetted a little bit more than your average refugee. Now, can you leave? Yeah, you can leave. Am I not gonna scry you tomorrow to see where you are? I probably will. We're in the world's at war. I don't think you can blame us for that. And if you're offended by Hephaestus' attitude, I can understand that, but I don't think there's you should be offended by the general request. I mean, we've already been attacked from within multiple times. I think there's a reasonable level of security that any city needs to have.
Make a persuasion check.
Epic.
Bless.
You have to bless before he does it.
Fuck.
It's also like a spell that you would be casting in the room.
Yeah.
So.
I think the spell you actually want to use there is guidance, but anyway.
Okay, guidance.
So she goes, yeah, man, the whole problem is that the whole time since I've been here, you've just been sort of demanding things of someone and of people you don't know. And if you just would have, like, asked first,
Yeah.
I probably would have been cool with it.
We were going to have a conversation with Hephaestus about that afterwards.
So, yeah, since you put it that way, do your little spell. I have nothing to hide from you.
And I just want to throw this out there. You look a lot like my sister.
She must have been a good-looking girl then.
Okay, weird, but
It's getting a little strange.
getting a little weird. What I'm trying to say is that if I am looking at you weird, it is not because I don't trust you. It is because you look like my sister and you're not.
Okay, I understand it. I understand the situation, especially because that guy, I trust him. She's pointing to Jasir. I feel like he can't lie even if he wanted to. And,
Yeah, I get the same vibe.
So, I understand something weird is going on here. So I won't hold it against anybody. No harm, no foul. Yeah?
Thank you.
So what is it you want to ask me?
Do you intend keep your word and not divulge any of the conversation we had here with anyone else? And also, do you intend, and I'm not assuming help, but do you intend to at least not hinder or otherwise hurt anyone in the city? Or the city itself?
I absolutely intend to keep my word. I have no intention of creating enemies, especially with people who run a city. And no, I don't have any intention of harming your city or the people in your
Alright.
city.
And don't think we're singling you out. And I will turn and ask the same thing to everyone except for Franz's Harlequin. So obviously, if he's in Franz's employment, I trust him. Including Vin. And we don't, you guys don't have to say it, but I will go around and ask everyone the same thing.
How do you all respond?
If you guys keep me safe, I'm not going to say anything.
I won't ask Jasir, though.
Seems like a good enough city. I don't see why I'd go buggering it up.
To be honest, I expect nothing like that from any of you, but I guess you can never be too careful, especially now. Either way, I'm sorry if any of us got off on the wrong foot.
Randolphus goes, if you would like, my lord, I can see them out of the building and on their way to the dormitories within within the university. Why am I blanking on the damn name of the wizard school? What? Didn't you all name it, by the way? I can't remember.
College? I
Yeah,
don't
the
think we really
college.
named it. It was just like the college, university.
Yes, I can see. We can see to them getting set up there if that is what you wish.
Perfect. And if there's anything you guys need from us, feel free to ask. City full of refugees, but we'll do what we can.
I thank you kindly.
Randolphus looks at you, Flacco, and goes, "Is there anything I can do to assist you, sir? What is it you wish to do with yourself? There are opportunities within the city, depending on your skill set. We could facilitate a job here for you, if that is what you wish. Anyone who works here, lives here, gets housing." Dano? Yeah?
Sorry, say again.
Randolphus was just asking Flacco if he could help him with anything, like help him find a job or help him do whatever it is that he needed to do or wants to do.
I believe I would like to enlist in the help of the defense of this city.
Huh?
With the
My
city
martial skills may come in handy.
martial skills. What are you most proficient with?
I strike a fucking kung fu pose.
As if I'm not mistaken, there is an order of monks within that operate within the city already. I could facilitate a meet with Lord Banner, and perhaps you could find yourself in his employ.
I would very much like to meet this Banner.
Very well. He stands up. He goes, "If you would follow me," and he goes, "My lords, is there anything else I can assist you with today?" Oh, very well.
That will be all.
And we will be heading to the temple here shortly, Randolphus. Short of I don't know, going back to doing what you were doing in the vault. If you'd like, I'm not going to force you to go down there, but that's what. Yeah.
Are you asking if I can assist in searching for something within the vault?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I don't know, you could help us search in the temple. You seem to know this place better than anybody else. I know we have, we've been here for a while, but we've been getting pulled 17 different directions and haven't been really able to focus on one thing. Hell, I haven't been to my damn forge in weeks. The bastards are going to want to get paid when I get there, and I'm going to have to ignore them again.
Crazy how the world can be ending Hephaestus.
And people still want to think they
Don't
can
worry
get
about
paid.
money.
I know, yeah. It's insane.
Lord Hephaestus, you do know that the city pays the workers' wages, yes? They have been paid every day since
Hephaestus looks at Randolphus, furls his bushy-ass eyebrows, and starts grumbling about going to go back and crack skulls.
As a matter of fact, I believe Master Hedron, the Forge Master, in your absence, has requested a raise recently, and I saw
He gets nothing. The
Well-
last time I was here, I paid them again, apparently, because they told me they hadn't been paid in months.
Yeah, Festus, you told me you only pay them on commission when they finish the project.
Yeah, and apparently that's not the case.
No,
Hey,
and-
if-
I'm
Festus.
going to go have to smack somebody with a hammer when I get back there.
What does unionizing mean?
I will hurt
I heard
you.
them talking about that the last time I was in your forge.
He goes, yeah. Randolphus goes. There have been rumors of a.
Like hell there will be.
Unions are an important part of
You-
the economy.
No.
If that
no,
is the wish of the masses to unionize,
No.
Hephaestus.
I'll tell you what, if that's the wish of the masses to unionize, then they can go create their own magical forge.
Randolphus looks you right in the face and goes, "Are we not all comrades here?" And then he bows out and like leaves the room.
I'm gonna look over to my sister, my fake sister, just kind of hand gesture. You see who we're dealing with.
Yes.
Festus is fucking mad now. He's been getting.
Dude,
he's
it's
been
a
getting the wool
commune.
pulled over his
You
eyes.
live in a giant commune. You are communists. Like,
I hope
what do
you
you?
don't take personal offense.
Oh my god.
This is how he treats everyone.
Oh my
And
god.
Hephaestus has been getting the wool pulled over his eyes.
Hephaestus.
by the
That's so funny.
Hephaestus, your forge is state-owned property. What do you mean?
Then why has Hephaestus been paying the
Because,
workers?
Great question.
yeah, you tell me why. Oh my god.
That's so fucking funny.
They said they hadn't been paid in weeks.
Dude,
So
everyone.
I paid them because I wanted them to leave me alone.
Oh my god.
I could see
Hephaestus
that.
is
That makes sense.
angry. He is like needs
But-
to go
but
drink
is it-
a,
but
a-
would-
a
is that
mug
not-
of-
Just here speaks up and goes, I've only known you for a short time, but if I'm not mistaken, is that not something you would do yourself?
What, pay them?
No. Request more payment on top of already being paid and then doing what, lying or saying things to get your way.
That's not the point.
Well, I think you should
You're
be
not
proud.
wrong, but that's not the point.
I think you should be proud.
They're learning well.
Yeah, hey, you seem to be teaching them fine. Looks across the city and he goes, nothing's burned down yet. Imagine how effective and efficient things run when the state owns the... Wow. Imagine that. The labor was even protected. Incredible. He looks at you, Tolliver, and he goes, you've been... I didn't know you could run a city, brother. You never, growing up. And he sort of looks off into the distance.
Hephaestus, please.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Yeah, Tolly, I didn't... Yeah. Yep.
Well, lads, shall we go to the temple? Can we stop by a bar on the way?
Have the side questers filed out? Is it just Jasir and...
Yeah, Jasir, I think... So, Flacco went with Randolphus, Zin, and Raucus went with Randolphus too.
Hephaestus will extend an invitation to Tolliver's former sister to join us as well, if she would like.
You guys can change your nicknames back. The side questers are basically all gone now.
Thank God.
Oh, Franz.
Yeah.
What do you think?
In regards.
About this group that just joined our city. I mean, you are head of our intelligence.
Yeah, they seem like refugees who are a bit more capable than the others.
That's definitely true. I can attest that they are fairly capable. I guess I just mean, do you think there's any threat posed here?
No, I would not say so.
All right. Well, if you think that they deserve any more eyes on them, that's up to you.
They helped my companion accomplish his mission.
They did. They got, they helped us get out of a bind and helped me teleport back. Got Tiburon and crew. I don't know what would have happened to them.
As far as I can tell, the only motive for doing so would be to come to Elengrad for safety.
To be honest, it seems like if the enemy wanted to infiltrate us, they've tried, you know? Like, they've
Yeah, there
tried
have
less
been plenty of
mundane ways before.
opportunities.
Jesse,
Sorry, what'd you say?
So there have been plenty of opportunities.
And they've definitely tried in less mundane ways.
Aster is gonna mask of many faces, a big ass cowboy hat, and a mustache. And I'm just gonna say, I like the way that guy talked.
What do you think,
Yes, that
Aster?
seems fitting.
oh my god.
I mean, what do you make of all this, Aster? You've pretty much been quiet the whole time.
Well, if you're asking me, Aster, I think they're a bunch of good guys.
And beyond that, Franz and Aster, what do you guys think of?
He looks like, just to describe him a little better, he looks like Norm Macdonald doing Burt Reynolds.
Dude, hold on. That is exactly what I thought too. And I imagine like you kick your feet up onto the fucking table too.
But a robot.
And you've got like spurred boots on for some fucking.
And he's chewing
biggest
gum.
cowboy.
Oh
Like
god.
it's like I can't think of his name now. From Futurama.
Oh,
the
Bender.
robot.
Bender.
Bender.
Bender, yeah.
It's like Bender doing an impression of Norm Macdonald doing an impression of Burt Reynolds.
I think we spent a lot of time on this new group of adventurers, which I think is fair, but Tal Rahim has fallen. Another heart has been activated. I guess what I'm trying to say is, how much can we do here in Elengrad to prepare for an onslaught if every heart other than this one has fallen, right?
Well,
I mean, at a certain point, we have to go to the other hearts. and
I
prevent this
don't
from
disagree
happening.
with you. Do we have to go in person, or can we send another group that is capable of taking on the task to do that?
Do you think there is another group that you know of that is capable of doing what we did with the heart and Malith?
I mean, I think
You
with
as
a little bit of,
Hephaestus,
huh?
there's of another group of adventurers, Hephaestus, that you trust to get this done?
I think that Lord Franz, there's his Harlequin guy, would be up to the task.
Of fighting somebody like Malith?
I mean, we weren't much stronger than they
Sidebar.
were.
Yes, you were.
We were.
You were like 4 or 5 levels higher.
I
That is not
understand
his
that, but the-
purpose.
That's a big power jump. Trust me.
We were
I get it. I understand.
noticeably strong. I mean, I get it, Hephaestus, that you didn't fight with them. I did. And they're strong, they're capable, and they're going to be an asset to the city, but they are not as strong as we were when we fought Malith. I guess I'm just saying, how long do we sit here and prepare? And at what point are we just preparing for a fight that we can't win? We got to be proactive. I mean, what do you think, Franz?
I agree with you.
Aster?
I agree.
I don't disagree with you. I can tell you that the city's offensive slash defensive capabilities are fully online. I don't know if you actually, I do know, if you take a look out the window, you will see weapon systems on the parapets of the walls around the city. They are fully functional.
And we proved today that we can get back here quickly. I mean, as long as I am alive, we can teleport back here, and you yourself have a way to get us all back here quickly.
I do. All I will say is this: I need a couple of days in the forge to finish something that I have been working on, and it's about time to finish. I'm almost done with it. That I believe will greatly increase our survivability and my ability to deal out some punishment to our foes. But I also believe that we need to get Aurelia some help to control she can't do everything at once. In the event the observatory comes back online, that's great. If we can get our tiefling friend, we need to get that done and potentially get.
The list keeps getting longer, man.
Yeah, Jess here speaks up and he goes, "Hey, actually, about that, I'm curious. What is it with the tieflings?
It's a
Like,
good question.
why?" And he looks at you, friend, and goes, "Why are you collecting them?" He asking a
I'm
question.
not collecting them on purpose.
Well, what are you doing with them? You have I assume you have more. Like, I don't know. It's weird to talk about it like this way. Who's Hootajin? What's going on?
Well, that is a bit complicated. He is a Lord of Hell, and we visited him recently, and it did not go so well.
Jess here looks at you, Tolliver, and goes, "What the fuck have you been doing?"
As I said before, it is quite
A lot.
complicated.
I think the easiest way to explain this is that we're not collecting them. We're trying to prevent them from being collected. And the best way to do that just happens to be what Master Franz here is doing. This city is the only safe place that any of us know at this point.
Yes, these are favored creatures who need a home, and we are simply providing that for them.
Honestly, they're not too different from every other refugee in here. They just are in more danger. They've
Yeah,
been
do you have
singled
something
out.
against tieflings?
No, I was just.
I get your concern.
Yeah, when you fight, it's just. I was concerned for his safety. Honestly.
We're not doing anything to them, as far as I know.
For whose safety? Tolliver's safety?
No,
The tieflings.
well, everyone's safety really, but yeah, the tiefling.
Oh,
He's in.
he'll be fine in here.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, not the one who is about to become an AI. He
Yeah,
could lose.
Hephaestus.
He could be ripped to
Yeah,
shreds.
Well,
about
but he doesn't
about
for
know
that.
him.
eternity.
what
He
is
doesn't know
going
him.
on with that soul, by the way, just here, that is not a living being, or a living body. That is a soul that we rescued from a nightmare in which he was trapped by Hootajin. But what is going on with him is very unique. The other tieflings that we have rescued just live here. And some of them have some issues that we're trying to work through, but we're not having them do anything for us.
So you're not making like a hit squad of tieflings?
No.
No.
So I am going to write that down.
That sounds like a good idea.
Dude, you can come up with some really cool names for that, I think.
Given what we've seen some of them do, it is in the realm of possibilities, but most of them are kids.
Oh. So like 16-year-olds?
Yeah, younger
There's-
than that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Simply helping them master their own power so they are not a danger to themselves and others.
So they're all
We
kids?
found Franz the same way.
They're all kids except for you. But you're blue. So,
Yeah.
what's your story?
Well, that is part of that complicated part I said earlier.
Is Hootajin chasing you too?
He has not come after me directly, it seems. At least not as far as I can tell. But he has made his presence known here, and he also referred to me very personally when we visited him.
Man, We'll have some crazy shit going on.
You don't know the half of it.
But if you wish to, you will. We're not going to keep things from you. And I'll turn to the rest of the council. And I mean, as far as any of you are concerned,
Hephaestus, the god, is dead. His titan, his avatar is dead. Your great grandmother is dead. Her avatar is dead.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
we traveled with the avatar of Mistra for a time. She aided us here at the heart. And
We've seen a
She-
dragon.
Aurora? You're talking about
Yes.
Aurora. Aurora's
Yes.
dead.
Yes.
she's, as for all intents and purposes, yeah, I guess dead would be the word.
Oh, no, she's dead. According to the crystal
So
things that are in
she's
I'll
the
dead.
kind of
the
make eye
temple.
contact with Jasir and not say anything. But just give him like a meaningful look.
So she's dead. Your god's avatar. You're not his avatar.
No, he's just named Hephaestus.
I am the last vestige of my god's power on this earth, according to him.
Hephaestus, you know that just makes you a very powerful cleric.
Wait, but that
Sure. Just saying.
does
Last
that mean
one.
does that mean I'm the last vestige of Mistra's faith here? You're not. You're not a cleric.
Me?
You're not a cleric of the faith.
I'm a wizard.
So then, yeah, that would probably make that assumption.
I'm,
That's probably a good assumption to make.
I have to roll.
Unless there's another paladin of Mistra roaming around. Yeah. Oh, and what was that other guy? Remember
you all-
that
as you
paladin
all-
we used to have?
As you all are talking amongst yourselves, Jasir falls to his knees. You see blood begin dripping onto the stone at his feet. And then he just falls flat. I need everybody to make a Arcana check. Actually, Tolliver, you don't have to. You've got it already. But everybody else make an Arcana check.
I have no idea what's going on. Hephaestus will rush over and try to heal him.
Okay, as Hephaestus rushes up, you rush over onto a knee at his side. Aster and Tolliver, you two notice. Tolliver, you see him again. You see the beads of mana begin coalescing in the air around you all. Like reality itself is coalescing into like these tiny pinpoints of energy in the air. Aster, you can see you see these for the first time now too. And it's almost like everything around you, like time slows just for like a second. Like it just like stops briefly. And then all those beads flash and then fall to the earth. And then standing or hovering over top hovering over top of Jessier's body is a large shadowy figure. And on one side it has this huge black ebony shield. And then another hand extends in this long black spear dripping with this black energy from the tip coalesces in his right hand as this almost 10-foot tall shade-like creature where like the bottom half of him is like swirling black energy. And the top of him is this bright red breastplate of some kind of hard, almost like obsidian, like if obsidian was like ruby red, right? So it's got like this like layered but smooth looking edifice breastplate, and like a head that again you have like multiple eyes, ears, and mouths like in different features, like shifting and moving around so that they never end up in the same combination in different parts of the head, where they like make if they ever settle on like a face combination. And it sort of like sweeps out with the shield and the spear. I need everybody to roll initiative real quick. So obviously this is like one versus a party, so it's gonna be like one versus the rest of you guys. But so let's see if it goes first or not.
Oh, I crit.
Oh wow! Damn.
28.
Hold on, I need to get my book.
Yeah, you don't normally say 30 to 25.
True. I used rune in the fight last session, right? Pretty positive I did.
Yes, you did.
Cool.
I love that I have a turd Ferguson hat on during this film.
Okay. So Tolliver's gonna go first, and then it goes, and then everybody else. Okay. So
I feel like you're cheating, but all right.
really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like,
I feel like you really want this thing to get a turn, otherwise we're gonna fucking gank it.
oh no,
Uh-huh.
no. Okay, yeah, Tolliver, do your thing.
Okay, well, I will see my newfound brother fall to the ground and immediately draw myself up, and without any preamble, I will cast Mental Prison, a 6th level spell. So he's gonna have to make a DC 18 intelligence save. Unless, is he immune to being charmed?
Yes.
Okay, then he automatically succeeds, and he just takes the 5d10 psychic damage.
Okay.
Alright, Tolliver sees that quite possibly his best single target spell has pretty much automatically failed on this guy, and despite it doing a chunk of damage, it's definitely unnerving. I'm just going to send out my bird, use the help action, have it come land back on my shoulder, and I'll use my bonus action. She don't think I have a bonus action, but I'll just stand my ground. That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Did you? Just so I'm clear, Tolliver, did you cast it on your brother or on the shade?
The shade.
Okay. I look, man. I was just double checking before I did something crazy. Entomb your brother in stone or something.
So, okay. That wouldn't make much sense. Start of its turn. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You guys remember what I rolled from my div rolls? It was like two absurd numbers. Was it two rolling ones?
It was two
Yeah,
ones.
two ones.
Okay, cool.
So
Thank you.
Hephaestus is the only one who succeeds.
No shit. Okay.
And you,
My 21.
You just succeed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it is okay. Now it's going to take its action. So you see the creature take its spear, and then it spins around in a circle. And as it spins, the black dripping liquid that was coming off of the edge of the spear spews across everyone in it's a big 60-foot circle. So it basically takes up the whole room. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Including me?
Everybody. Oh,
I also have a question.
yeah.
How long had we been sitting there talking before shit went sideways?
What do you mean? Like in total?
Yeah, time.
From like when? Give me a point of reference. so I
From
Zone of
from
Truth.
shortly before Zone of Truth.
can- I don't know, maybe like an hour in total. Like
Okay.
we've it's been about as long as it's been in like real life time. Like we've
Okay.
been talking
I was
for
just
a while.
I was just double checking.
Okay.
You know how D&D time is weird.
So I need everybody but Hephaestus to roll a d4 and subtract it from your roll.
Of the deck save?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I got an 18.
15.
9.
Okay.
Nine.
Everybody fails.
I failed with an 18.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a hard fucking. That's shitty.
Hans
Yeah.
is 19.
I had to
too.
win two. I had to win 2 checks. That's garbage.
I'm gonna roll this in the chat because I don't wanna.
Everybody takes 700 points of damage. TPW.
Damn, that's lower than the average. All right. Yeah,
Thank
everybody
fucking
takes
God.
51 points of acid damage.
Hellish
God, I
rebuke.
got healed.
Shield.
Shield does nothing for you here. Sorry.
Never mind.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke.
Wait, it's acid. Can I use a charge of absorb elemental?
You tell me. You have the spell.
No. Yes.
I,
you can.
I think is acid one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acid, cold,
Absorb
fire, light,
elements?
thunder. I'm also gonna do the same thing.
As acid sprays out across the room and lands on each one of you all, you hear a voice in the back of each one of your skulls. And you hear it go. Let this be a warning to all who may interfere. The Sans Soleil have conquered Tal Rahim. Every heart, every bit of this planet will be ours. The unknowing has already begun, and it is inevitable. You see the shade just disappears. The shadow blackness of it falling apart.
Hephaestus, my brother.
Yeah.
What are you?
He already
must
said it.
best
No.
cleric-
He already said he was working on him before combat.
Well, we went into combat, so
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, it's over. I'm like, Hephaestus, my brother. Like,
Are we
all-
out of
what?
combat now?
Yeah, you seem to be out of combat. Yeah. There's no threat in the room now.
So, can I say that hellish rebuke didn't go off?
Oh yeah, no, it would have gone off. Um. Yeah, roll
So
your,
now Bastion has some acid. That's cool.
what is it? A dex save? It's a natural 20.
So
I'm gonna run up and feel for a pulse on Jasir.
takes half of that.
Okay.
God damn, you did 37 damage
On a hellish.
Good
on
level.
that hellish.
It's
Holy
six,
shit!
60-10.
Oh, that's not even half. It's barely half. Never mind.
60-10's a lot.
But his 37 is barely half of.
No, I
the-
know. I'm just saying that's a crazy
That's
roll.
probably the best spell that I have.
True.
I'm casting on his brother healing word.
Okay. Roll the healing.
Actually, I'm gonna cast my last mass healing word.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my Rod of the Pact Keeper and regain that spell slot.
I'm gonna go back to what I said originally. I'm gonna cast healing word. I
Okay.
don't know why. I'm sorry. On the brother. So 12. Is he alive? Do a medicine check.
Yeah. Roll a medicine check.
$19.
Yeah, he's breathing. You can feel a pulse.
Thank God.
His breathing is weak. His eyes aren't open, though.
Not even safe in our own council chambers.
You hear like a soft moaning come from then his like eyes like flutter open. This is what just coughs some.
Messenger from Tal Rahim.
Is there any more of that acid still on the ground?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna look at Tolliver. We're not leaving the city today, right? Because I'm about exhausted.
No, we're not walking out today.
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
I just got back.
I'm well aware, but I know you. You'll want to leave. I'm gonna look at his brother again, and I'm gonna cast heal at level 6 for 70 points of healing.
Huge.
Huge.
Oh, I don't need to use my escape card, so that's why I rolled it.
He looks at you and goes, okay. Thank you, Lord Hephaestus. I appreciate that. What happened? As you look around with your perception check, Aster, you don't see any of the acid left behind, but you do see where in various parts of the room where the acid contacted the ground, or even like some of the, like on the window frame, on the window panes on the far side, on the northern side of the room, there are now holes in the glass where the acid like went clean through it. Like almost like didn't like burn away and leave pock marks. It like shot through it and burned through it instantly, and like a clean hole in the plate glass, with no traces of it left behind. There are deep furrows of holes in the ground where the acid landed, and on the tables and chairs in the room.
I obviously see that, right?
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Bastion and make sure that he is okay. I'm gonna ask him, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. Fine. As okay as you are, I guess. So, what would you guys like to do?
all the protection we have. I mean, I casted one of Kanan's private sanctum here for a year straight. Nobody should be able to teleport in and out of this room, but they do, because we're here.
Wait, what? No one told me what happened.
Sorry, I'm more talking to the rest of the group just here. It was a messenger from Tal Rahim, whoever controls Tal Rahim now.
Have we heard of this before?
He made a
You started bleeding. You fell down, and then something popped out of
Like what?
existence.
He looks at you and he goes, like what happened back at the camp? Like what happened back at your camp?
I'm assuming he's talking to Tolliver. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
today.
wasn't there.
Yeah, Tolliver.
When those
today.
things just popped out of nowhere?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was very similar effects as well.
I don't think it's you all. I think it's me.
So what do you think it is? It is you?
Because I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not from here. I don't belong here, so I bring them here.
Yeah, I
So-
have a theory about that.
Just here, when you said that you were the last remnant of Mistra, if you're not from here, then how is Mistra one of your deities?
Mistra was our deity. She's always been our deity. The Seekers, the order that I'm a paladin for, we are the Seekers of Mistra. We are the Seekers of Mysteries.
But it wasn't here on our world.
Yeah, I got a theory.
So how are these...
I don't know.
What is it?
I'm just going off of
You
what
want my
he
theory?
was. Hold on. I'm just going off of what he said earlier, where he said he's a cleric. Gets his power through religion and devotion to his god.
No, I get that. My discrepancy is whatever world you're from has the same gods as us.
Yes, it's a parallel universe.
What does that I mean,
So think of it this way. Our reality is in a straight line. And there's another reality that's in a straight line running parallel to ours. In our reality, you have a sister. In his reality, he has a sister.
if you remove the time stone from this reality, you create an offshoot.
What I
Look,
think
I don't know.
happened in Tal Rahim is that somehow they got switched.
Yeah. So, it's what's really bothering me is that you keep saying that she. Hey, everybody make a perception check.
I can't find it. Hang on.
Damn, the door to the conference room is wide open, and Amora is gone. As you all look around the room, because Jess here was like trying to point at her, and he's just like, "Wait, where did she go?"
I'm gonna whip out my chalice and scry her immediately.
Okay. What's the save against it?
It's a 10-minute casting time regardless.
Oh, okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw, and hold on, I'll tell you in a second, but it's a 10-minute casting time. Let me read. Because there's like, it gets worse if I don't know them very well.
Yeah, but you do know her. It's her sister.
No, it's not.
It's a loophole.
It's not my sister.
Does anybody want to do anything while Tolliver is casting this spell?
I try and I don't know. I know we're in a room, but maybe try and get a sense of direction of which way she went. Like if there's any footprints or anything like that.
I would say I am at. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think I'm at a +0 where I've met the target, but I am not familiar with them.
I would agree.
So it's a DC 18 Wisdom save.
Okay. What happens? Read the spell for me. Or I should probably read it.
Alright, put it in the chat.
Make a survival check for me, Aster.
If she succeeds, there's no effect, and I can't scry her again for a day. If she fails, I scry her. That's it. And there's like a little sensor, you know, the scrying sensor, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so Aster, what'd you get for your survival check?
19.
19. Yeah, I don't really. It's not like, you know, it's. I don't really know how you would see any footprints here or anything.
Just trying to like
Um,
do kind of like detective shit, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really know what you can gain from what happened. I don't think there's any real way for you to like materialistically determine where she went or what happened with her.
Alright.
All right, since this is sort of a what's up? Nothing. Okay, since this is a really kind of crucial thing, I'm gonna roll it out in front of you guys, just so it's like, you know what I mean. I like doing. I feel like it's fair. What saving
Box
throw
of
is it
Doom.
again?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Box of Doom, exactly. What saving throw is it again?
18
Oh,
wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay.
Right, succeeds by 1.
Okay. So you don't see anything? Yeah. You can't seem to locate her. The spell.
Bronze, do you think that your Harlequins in the city can you get word out quickly?
Is this possible? I will go and make them aware.
What's the name of our
Yeah.
spirit guard captain again?
Not Tiburon. I don't remember. Is it up here?
Is it Dagon?
It is High Marshal.
Ah,
Dagon.
nice.
Dagon! Dagon!
As you scream that name out into the void, a ethereal green spectered guard captain appears in front of you with his hand over his chest. He goes, yes, my lord. No need to yell. May I help you?
Tall blonde mage.
Dagan, don't let anyone leave the college except for us right now. The next hour, at least.
Female
If
blonde
she's
mage. Find her.
If she's in the area of the college, she can't teleport away.
Yeah,
If
we
she's
thought
in-
they couldn't teleport in, but they did.
So
So,
just want to make
She's a wizard. She uses arcane magic. Whatever teleported in here is from a different world. There's different rules. What she is following still falls under our protection, I would hope. Regardless, most of the city you can't teleport in and out of. She's on foot.
Do you
is what
wish?
I'm trying to say.
Do you wish for us to lock down the city, the gates as a whole? No one out of the city? No. Is that what you wish? Or you guys are? By the way, you guys are here. You guys are in this building. The college is here. You guys are here.
The problem is that if it's a powerful wizard, then Descriptions won't matter. Locking down gates won't matter. She could disguise herself and walk past whoever. She could be invisible. It's a wizard, you know?
Would we have picked up if she took that same damage that we took?
Make a history check to see if you can remember if you were able to see if she actually took any damage or not. Yeah, it's in the heat of the moment, really hard to see something like that. Ghost, your roll doesn't count.
Why?
Because only one person
He
can
would
roll.
have said it. He would have said it
No.
out loud.
No, Ghost. That's not how that works. That's not ever how it's worked.
You just don't want us to find her.
I
Well-
could have. Yeah. Listen, I'll try again tomorrow. I'll try again the next day. Wait, if she left the city, we have, to be honest with you guys, we have dozens of enemies outside the city. My concern is that she's still here. And I don't even know if she's an enemy. She's just gone.
Well, I agree, but if she's hurt, we need to find her. She's not going to survive whatever the hell that was.
Sorry.
She might. I think.
Did you see what it did to my shield?
I think she's a bit stronger than you give her credit for, to be honest.
I don't disagree with you on the
She
strength.
might be
Jessica,
strong,
Jessica
but-
speaks up and goes, "I will seek her out. I am a seeker. It's what we do. I also think, brother, for now, I think it's best if we stay away from one another. It seems to be when we interact with each other and our pasts clash. It seems to be, well, dangerous for us to." He just like nods his head at you all, and he like turns his back, like in a huffed way, like in a obviously like a very like.
Nasir, we need.
Oh.
I need your help. In the temple.
There's more.
Regardless, I need your help in the temple.
Festus, this is more pressing.
He goes, "I agree with my brother," and he just like he turns and goes.
Get this shit out of
Dagan, consider him one of my family members. If he asks for information, give it to him. If he needs you to keep a watch anywhere, do it. And I want you, since he ran out of here, to please go tell him that you are at his service in this. If any of you see, we'll try to get a description for you. And if any of you see this woman, I need to be notified immediately.
Dagan looks at you and he goes, "I will tell him, my lord. However, it was unnecessary for you to give me that command. We follow the order of all Von Donivers."
You're right. I kind of just keep forgetting that he's a Von Doniver.
Very well, my lord. I will have a guard accompany him, as it be.
Beyond that, today, keep a heightened watch on the city.
So I'm looking for a tall blonde mage. Do you have anything more for me, sir?
Kinda looks like Tolliver, but
Ooh.
pretty.
Her robes are a bit different.
Her female. That helps.
She is a female. Her robes are tailored in a bit different way of mine, more of a traveling set. I'm gonna. She looked like different with my sister than I studied her, so I don't want to give them like features of my sister that are wrong.
Just look for somebody who looks vaguely like a female version of Tolliver.
Vaguely like a female.
Vaguely. Like at a distance could pass as a female version of Tolliver. But upon closer inspection, you see some things that don't make sense.
And beyond that, if you see anyone that doesn't look like that, that is doing anything that maybe points to them being a powerful wizard, that would also be cause for concern.
Very well, my lord. I will set to it.
Just
Salutes
anything
him.
out of the ordinary for now, let us know.
He fades out. Okay. Does anybody want to do? What is the next course of action for the party?
I can't. Sit here in this city. You get that, right, Hephaestus?
I understand that you have this weird ass urge to run headlong into shit that we don't know nothing about, but yeah, there's
When you
still
put it
some
like
shit.
that, I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah, well, you can punch me in the face if you'd like. It's gonna hurt.
You should do it.
I cast Big B's hand. No, but listen, there's no more poignant thing that we need to show us. We're here. I came back for an hour and a half, and there was
Yeah.
another attack on the city. Tal Rahim fell, and there was another attack on the city. The more hearts that go down, the more vulnerable we are, no matter what we do here in the city.
I don't
The
disagree
defenses
with
we
you.
put down have been beaten over and over again. We spend so much time trying to make this city impregnable, and then you teleport into our council chambers.
Well, then let's try to figure out how to fucking wake up our friend, the spiky haired guy, and see if he's got before we go gallivanting across the countryside to get ourselves killed out in the middle of fucking
How did we
nowhere.
get to this? How did we create this, like this bastion of a city of Festus? We gallivanted into it.
Yeah, but that was a plan. We had a plan. We don't have a plan now. Your plan is to just go in a general direction and kill anything that's in between
That
us.
is complete bullshit. We obviously know that there are other gems, other hearts, and other cities. The obvious plan is to prevent them from being sieged. You know that.
I'm aware.
So why are you telling me we don't have a plan? We don't have a specific plan. We need to pick which heart to go to. I'm not saying we just walk out of the city and pick a direction and just keep going.
I need a couple of days and then we can move.
We've had years here.
I need a couple of days and then we can move. I have been working on something and I keep getting interrupted. I want to finish it so that I can take it with us. It has nothing to do with the city. It has to do with me.
As you all are standing here talking, you hear footsteps running closer and closer and closer to the chamber door. And Randolphus busts into the door and he goes, "My lords, what on earth was that voice?"
Do you want to fucking know, Randolphus?
Everyone in the city is panicking.
They all heard it.
As he says that, and you all look out the conference room window at the city, where it's nighttime, where it's been a very long day, but you see now all the people of Ellengrad are out on the streets, like in droves. And you now hear what sounds like not frenzied. It's not a riot, right? But there are obvious like loud murmurings of like a population. You get what I'm saying? Like you can hear that the city is at least a little bit worked up outside of the chamber windows.
We received a messenger from the new lords of Tal Rahim. There was no combat. It was a message. The city is fine.
Should I instruct Lord Tiburon to use the guard to corral the people? Is there a way to... You see Randolph is just sort of like... As someone who is always composed, he looks very razzled. He looks shaken.
Maybe someone should address the people. I'm gonna be honest. I'm in no shape to do that right now.
I'll do it.
Franz, you've always kind of been the most eloquent one.
Yeah, I suppose I could.
I mean, I could do it. I got this hat on. That's funny
Master,
because it's
maybe-
bigger than a normal hat.
Randolphus, gather the agitated, as many as you can in a 20-foot radius. I will take care of it.
Festus,
I can't. I don't, my lord. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Festus, I mean no offense, but you are not the most eloquent person. You kind of rub people the wrong way when you speak to them.
Yes.
And if you rub all
Yes,
of these
yes,
people
yes.
the
I
wrong
will
way when
not-
you speak to them, it's going to cause a riot.
I am well aware of that, Tolliver. I will not
maybe
rub
we
them the
let-
wrong way.
Maybe
How
we
about-
let Franz handle this one.
How about you let me be a cleric? Let me actually do what I'm supposed to do and not be a grumpy dwarf for 5 minutes.
I feel like bards are the ones that talk to people, not clerics.
Yes. Hephaestus, I'm sorry, Randolphus, come with me. And Hephaestus is going to leave the room and go down to where the people are gathering. And he is going to start walking through the people while concentrating on the spell Calm Emotions. Everyone in a 20-foot radius of him will fucking calm the fuck down if they fail their sinking charisma check.
Nice.
Because I'm going to center the point on myself. So for 1 minute, I will have a 20-foot radius.
And you're just gonna go walking through the crowd.
I'm going to walk through the crowd. and
Sprinting through the crowd trying to get everybody.
I assume that if I calm enough of them, the rest of them
Well,
will
it's
fall-
also
will
it's
fall
also
in.
only a second level spell. So like, how many slots do you have?
I have one left,
Oh.
and then I'm going to go pass the fuck out. I am going to walk through the crowd while heading towards the forge. It's
And-
literally the last spell slot I have.
Can you maybe gather them somewhere with the spell so Franz can speak to them?
So
That would work really well.
while you're Randolphus goes, I can make you move faster, much faster, and you can cover a larger part of the city. However, Master Franz, do you know thaumaturgy?
Yes, of course.
You can use that to project your voice louder.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You can go walking through the crowd doing that. He casts fly on you. What's your name? Fucking Hephaestus. He casts fly on you. He goes, fly just above the crowd level, and work on your spell, and you can basically like crop dust people with calm emotions as you move across the city, and you can move something like, I think 120 feet a turn, so you'll be able to get a lot faster than your little dwarf ass feet can usually carry you.
That'll work.
And he goes, I will
Or
also...
he could just... Sorry.
Yes, I will also move throughout the city, doing my best to calm them. And we will end tonight with you all sort of moving out into the city, trying to calm the people and bring them in, or at least provide them comfort.
Does Hephaestus make it back to his forge?
Yeah.
He's going to curl up on the forge and cry himself to sleep.
It's a very poignant note to end on.
He is literally just emotionally
Spent.
You see, like, the tears running through the dirt and the soot streaks on his face as he's laying there.
So I was gonna say Tolliver stayed behind in the council room with his head in his hands too. That's so funny.
Yeah, so I guess we'll say for the final scene tonight, like, some of you very defeated, feeling very overwhelmed with the events of what's going on in the world, feeling like you cannot get ahead of the problem. The weight of the world, the weight of nations weighing on each of you. And that is
Hephaestus also, I'd like to point out that